Okay, so here we are at Urban Climate West End, and over the past 12 weeks I worked with a guy who was fantastic in my preparation for Nationals, and that was Dylan Hooper. But now, more excitingly, I'd like to introduce to you Amy. Amy is going to join us on this journey now for in the lead up to both Salt Lake City, which is in May, and then on to the other World Cups, World Champs, and potentially on to the 2028 Paralympic Games. Welcome, Amy.
Thank you very much.
Tell me a bit about Amy.
So currently I am studying at university. I decided to go back. I'm studying psychology.
So that's really good for me.
Very much so. I feel
Since
like
I'm nuts.
Well, rocks in the head, like we spoke about.
Exactly, yeah, rocks in the head. Between a rock and a hard place.
Indeed, and we'll hopefully push through that.
That's right.
And what else? I thoroughly enjoy climbing, hence why I think I'd be a very good candidate. And
Tell me about your climbing history.
Oh, of course. So I've now been climbing, I want to say 7 years. I started as an indoor climber.
So you started when you were 13.
Oh, stop it. And I thoroughly fell in love with the sport. I started initially, like I said, as an indoor climber. I transitioned to outdoor climbing, and that's where my love of the sport really came about. I find that it challenges you, it inspires me so much every day when I do it. And then in my downtime, I like to write and do art, and that's nice, me encompassed, I would think.
And how would you, like, there are different climbers obviously, and from urban climb here, there are people who sort of go for speed climbing. What's the thing about climbing that really sort of goes for you? Is it the overhangs? Is it the technical side of it? What is it about the climb?
So if we're talking about what I like to climb, I thoroughly enjoy burly, big moves. I joke that I'm a little girl with a big back, which means that I can go for really powerful moves, stick them, overhang. I love cave climbing at the moment, so super overhang, vertical, not vertical, horizontal. And love it, love. If we're talking about the mental side of it, like I said, I love the pushing past what you can think you can do. So what I'm climbing now, I never thought I'd be able to climb 5 years ago. And I know 5 years into the future, I can't imagine what I'll be climbing, but I imagine it'd be more than what I am now.
And coaching me, and also being my competition guide, what's the biggest goal you would see for that as both of those roles?
So the biggest goal that I would like is that within the process you enjoy what we are training, you enjoy the technique that comes along with it, the passion that comes along with the sport, and then ultimately the goal is, yes, it'd be amazing to be on a podium and have those kind of accolades, but for me, I think just enjoying the process, the journey, trying to be better than what you thought you were,
and learning a left and right.
And learning left and right. Again, I can't quite do. I can do the L's, but I can't quite show you the L's. I feel that'd be a flaw in the plan.
Right. Not sort of inverted commas.
Exactly. So
it's about learning your clock faces, the 11s.
Exactly. So I'll definitely know how to read an analog clock.
Right. Okay. And from a I suppose a climbing perspective, and obviously, where do you enjoy as in the colours that are in the gym right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy the blacks, the whites, the reds, the oranges? There are different things about those colours. What do you really take on board? Apart from the big bouldery, sort of, the boulders of it there.
Yeah, so color-wise, I'm feeling incredibly challenged by the whites, which is my hard grade at the moment. That's what I'm going for.
That's like climbing. Like, for people who don't know that's like grabbing onto a credit card.
I still think they're credit cards. It's very challenging, but it's been, like I said, it's been amazing to try and aim for that and be stronger. A lot of black climbs at the moment are my projects, and then some spicy reds who I think would technically be a black. I would say those are my big ones at the moment indoors.
And is this the first time you've actually ever A, worked with, B, coached, and C, been a competition guide for a person who's totally blind?
Yes, and yes.
Okay.
All first time. But I'm incredibly excited for the challenge. I have imparted as much as I can with my knowledge on to other people. I was in a university climbing club, and I always loved giving back in that way with the knowledge that I did have, and with the technical knowledge I had. So I think this is an amazing opportunity to expand on that and to help with what you want to do and where you want to go.
So who's the best ever totally blind climber you've ever seen?
Well, it would be you.
Right. And okay, so now moving forward, okay, so is it about the physical strength? Is it about the technique? What do you think is the priority there?
So I think moving forward from what we talked about, strength-wise and athleticism, it seems that you have that in spades because you're an incredibly active person as it is. I think getting you to a point where you feel confident with different techniques, strengthening our communication so that you know you feel confident in utilizing what we've learned and helping to read the routes in that way. I would say technique and reading routes, that would be the biggest thing.
Well, look, it's great to have you on this journey, and look, there'll be many more posts to come. But as I said, high five. This is going to be a great journey onwards to 2028.
Very exciting. Thank you very much. I'm very excited.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, cameraman.